welcome to the video. In this video we're going to visit Langa. Langa is a township just on the outskirts of Cape Town, and I met a really nice guy in Greenpoint the other day called Moses, and yeah, this is us meeting. Hey, so I am at a place called Giovanni's with my friend Lee. Anyway, Giovanni's is awesome. Hey man. Huh? Oh, thanks man. You wait, do you work in Giovanni's?
No, I'm just a customer, but he does work here.
Ah, okay. I've heard good things about the food in here.
Pardon?
Is the food good in here?
Best.
The best?
Best in Cape Town, you know?
The best in Cape Town? That's what I've heard, that's what I've heard.
No lies, that's our call.
What's the name of your channel?
Huh?
What's the name of your channel?
It's my name, it's Phil Bland. B-L-A-N-D.
Facebook or Instagram?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Scottish.
Okay, beautiful. But you didn't bring your cigar today?
No, I didn't bring my kilt today, no. What did you order?
Sandwich.
Oh, sandwich.
So excited.
Me too. I'm gonna have some fish. Fish. Moses sent me a message to say that he would like to show me around Langa Township. That the content that I've been making in Cape Town has been great, but I'm not really telling the full story of the history of Cape Town, and I totally agree. A lot of the content that I've made since I've been in South Africa has shown the garden route, many of the fun things to do in Cape Town city centre. But today we're going to go and explore some of the history about the townships, how those have been built, some of the history of the pass laws, the effects on families, and what it's like today. So yeah, we're going to drive into Bunga just now, and then we're going to go and meet up with our guide. Moses actually introduced me to a guy called Alfred, so Alfred's going to be showing us around and telling us about the history and telling us about the fact that they're celebrating 100 years of Langa Township soon, so a lot of this video will also show some of that. So yeah, let's get into it.
This guy goes to the market, he buys fruit and veggies to sell to us.
How are you? I'm Philip. Nice to meet you, Lucky.
Bread on his table for him and his family. Then this place, back in the day, it was used for sports. Before they built that hall, that community hall, we had a soccer field here. Our families would come with their picnic baskets to support the father that is playing. So nobody was left behind at home to fool around. So if the father is playing a soccer match on that Sunday, the mother will cook lunch so that everybody can put their blankets and all that stuff while cheering, "Daddy, go Daddy," and all that stuff. But now as years goes by, other spaces gets to be developed. Yes. But we don't forget where we come from. Oh yes. Like Langa is famous for its arts and cultural things. There is a lady inside there that wrote a poem, Langa My Love. She was overseas when she wrote this poem, Missing Home. And she remembered how Langa used to be. It's a long poem, but we had to shorten it. Her name is Fatima Dike. Yeah. She writes, she directs, she does many things in theater. Then that pillar talks about the sport. This one is art and culture. That one talks about sports. Because we have many people that have left a legacy in Langa. So if you are here in Langa, you are walking on your own, minding your own business, you don't need a tourist guide, you can get to know how Langa was back in the day by getting all these murals, reading what is on the walls and all that stuff. In soccer we were there, in boxing we were there, in cricket we were there, in rugby we were there. We are now on field hockey and we are making inroads. Oh, love it. So this is the main street? The main street is this one. Yes. It takes you in and out of Langa. Yes. It was named after Booker T. Washington back then, but we have since realized that we don't know Booker T. Washington. At least let's rename it to someone that has contributed
From the
to us,
community, yeah.
From the community,
Yeah.
but not actually from the community, because the person whom we have named Langa on Shapkazi, he never set foot in Langa because
Okay.
Langa was not yet built at that
Okay.
time.
Okay.
But the contributions that he did
Yes.
made us to realize that if it was not for him, we might not have had the leaders that we have today.
Yeah.
So King Langa Libalele
Yes.
was the name.
Yes.
It was the Hlubi chief.
Yes.
Today he's got a kingdom.
Yes.
His descendants and his brothers and his families are now a royal family.
Okay.
We are calling them now King Langa Libalele. Hence this street, hence this street is named after.
Yes.
It's after him. It goes.
When did he die?
He
Went to Robben Island?
went to Robben Island.
saw, yeah.
In 1873 he was arrested.
Yeah.
And released on 1875, but he was kept under house arrest.
Okay.
Then they decided to banish him from the city. So in 1887 he was then sent back home.
Yeah.
He never set foot in Langa because Langa was not yet built
But,
at that time.
but Langa, they think Langa was named either after him or the name Sun? Yeah? Langa means the
Langa
sun?
means the sun.
Yeah.
But we were not named after the sun.
No.
We were named after him.
Yeah.
Langa Libalele.
Got it.
We are now going to be going inside our old museum that used to be about oppression,
Yes.
segregation and all the stuff.
Okay.
This is where we have kept our old photos,
Yeah.
our documented display in terms of interviews that were conducted
Okay.
by someone in research of our history.
Yes.
It is one of the oldest buildings. As you can see, it is still in wood.
Yes.
Because when we got it, we were told, because we are talking heritage, we are not allowed to build it with brick and mortar. To keep the facade, we had to revamp it
Yeah.
and make it as it was when it was built.
Okay.
We are now calling it an old dome bus court/museum.
Okay.
Let's go inside to
Yeah,
see what
sure.
is happening. Molweni, are you all guys? All good, and you? Sharp, 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 sharp,
Hello, how are
sharp.
you?
Molweni. This is the layout of how Langa was back in the day. This makes Langa to be the first black planned township. Out of this pilot project, other townships in Johannesburg, Durban, Port Elizabeth.
It was the first
This
planned
was
one.
the first, yes.
Ah, wow.
We have been moved from tin houses and tents and all that stuff along the shores of Cape Town.
Okay.
I'll show you the picture of how housing was before they decided to make brick and mortar.
Okay.
Then the passport in the office that
Yeah.
I've just mentioned.
Yes.
People had to flock here because they wanted to do right by the law.
Yeah.
Every day this court was in session. People will be sentenced here as well. These ones are just outside the veranda.
Yes,
They are
see,
here to
that was
listen
just
to
there.
the court proceedings that were happening.
Yeah.
Then our culture also
And
became
people had to carry the passes.
24 hours of the day, 7 days of the week.
And why?
It was a way of controlling the influx of migrants that were moving from the villages of the Eastern Cape to the city.
Yeah.
So that was scaring the system of that time because they knew that these people are going to be needing houses, they will be needing jobs, they will be needing many things that the government of that time was not ready
Yeah.
to accommodate. But little did they know that in spite of all the hardships, black migrant workers were still migrating because it was far worse to live in the rural areas than being ill-treated here. So they chose to be ill-treated, hoping that they will get jobs, they will get health services, they will get anything that will be best suitable for their families.
I remember, I saw a lot of the time they thought they were temporary people
Yes,
here.
yes,
Yeah? And they thought that they would just be coming to do work and then
And
to
go
leave.
back home.
But they never wanted to.
They never wanted to go home.
Yeah.
They made
Because the economic
cities-
opportunity
yes,
was good.
They made cities their homes.
Yeah.
Today, I'm claiming to be a Cape borner, whereas my mother and my father were born in the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
I'm telling myself that there's nothing for me back there. There's no life. Because they are still struggling in terms of the infrastructure. There's no factories, there's no, one has to walk kilometers to get to the hospital. Even education-wise, going to school, having to cross a river every morning. It's even worse when it rains. There won't be a school for 2 to 3 weeks because the river is flooded and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know it's fine. As you can see, this place is busy.
Yeah.
People are visiting our museum. Then our cultural practices, it's something else that kept us going.
Yes.
Because we learned from one another.
Were they prohibited in any way? Were they restricted,
No.
the cultural
They
practices?
were not. They were not. They were encouraged to be performed, even though other people did not understand them. But for us, going back and forth, it was more expensive and all that stuff.
Yeah.
As a result, this precinct became a cultural precinct.
Okay.
Then this side was used as a court.
Yeah.
We had a white judge presiding here.
Okay.
The clerk of the court. Everybody that was arrested would be standing here.
Yes.
What target? Then the rest will be those who are here to listen to the court proceedings.
Yes. In these tents, that's how they lived before.
Tin houses.
Okay.
Those were our homes before we came to Langa.
Yeah.
The 100-year celebrations that we are talking about was from this establishment to this one.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. Same to you.
Yeah. Yeah, we met yesterday. We came in here. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is Langa for you, and they had to accommodate migrant workers.
Yeah.
That were coming from the Eastern Cape, because according to the laws back then, these guys that were migrants were not allowed to be seen in this location.
Okay.
They might have had relatives or siblings staying there, but their documents that they had to carry, that dompas, was so restricting in such a way, each person's movement was controlled.
Okay.
But Langa has since developed after that.
Oh, so it's moved off into this direction.
Side, yes.
And this was all only males in the initially?
No, here it was families.
Okay.
Those who were married would be accommodated here. Those who were singles would be accommodated
so this was
here.
the men's dormitories.
Here as well, and there.
Okay.
But the rest, it was family units.
So they would the men have been able to move between these dorms and
Still,
here?
they were restricted, even though they were just a stone throw away.
Wow.
The restrictions did not allow them to be seen.
Okay.
If an inspector or a policeman caught them with their passbooks not allowing them to be here, they'll be brought here to be sentenced or penalized.
Okay. And could they leave this compound to go to other townships?
Yes, they could, but they had to have
the pass.
Because everywhere you went back in those days, it had to do with the passbook being in your pocket 24 hours of the day, 7 days of the week.
Got it.
Different colors meant they were coming from different villages of the Eastern Cape.
Okay.
And the cards that you see, white, yellow and green, they used to use them when they are paying rent for the beds they are sleeping on. Because everything that they had to do, what they had to pay for. Sleeping in a compound, you had to pay rent for that. It was not just a matter of you saying, I'm occupying this. You had to be registered. At the end of the month, you were expected to go and pay for the bed you were sleeping on.
I see. Even though it was employers that were asking for them to come and stay here?
Yes.
Okay. I read something on one of the signs around arrears. There was a lot of arrears and because they maybe weren't getting paid enough to be able to afford?
Some were not getting paid enough. Some would be paid, but because of the system that created beer halls and all the stuff, people will drink their money and forget that they have other responsibilities to pay.
I see.
And that rendered them useless for them to be kept in the city. That was another way of not keeping them here, because an excuse will be that you did not pay rent and then you are evicting you. And when you are being evicted, you have nowhere else to stay except to go back where you came from in the villages and all that. So we've got this picture as well. As you can see, these guys are being asked to produce a book, but unfortunately the book was not yet issued to them, so they were given a permit so that they can be everywhere. 3 police guys against 2, while a colored guy was not being asked.
Okay.
So coloureds, that is the mixed race,
Yeah.
were free to roam around.
They didn't have passbooks?
They were exempted to carry passports.
Wow, I didn't know.
They were exempted.
That's crazy, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Wow.
Then,
So
the
would people want it, were people trying to be designated as coloured in some?
Yes, we ended up playing to be coloured. Those who were less light skinned
Yeah.
would change their surnames
Okay.
to be more like a coloured type.
Yeah.
Therefore, they would qualify to get houses in coloured communities and all that stuff.
Okay, got it.
I've got a family that still lives in Mitchell's Plain. I'm talking about blood relatives,
Okay.
where my father and their fathers are brothers.
Wow.
But they speak Afrikaans like nobody's business. We tease each other from time to time to say, guys, pass books and don't are long gone. Come back home.
Yeah.
But we were right.
They're okay there now.
Yeah, we were okay. Then Chief Langa Libalele.
Yeah.
Nkosi means chief.
Okay.
That's a Xhosa name.
Okay.
And Langa Libalele means the scorching sun.
Yeah.
That's how he was called. But because it was a long name, some people could not pronounce it. It was shortened to be
Langa.
Langa.
Nkosi. Nkosik.
Nkosi.
I can't do it. I tried. Yeah.
Then everywhere you went, they were protesting
Yes.
with passes where slaves. Women felt that they too need to be in the cities because their husbands that left them looking for greener pastures never got home,
Yeah.
never went back, forgot that they have children and all the stuff.
Yes.
So women decided to come together and protest against South African laws,
Yes.
saying women are not supposed to be in the cities.
And that was the big protest in Pretoria.
Yes.
Women's Day.
Women's Day. So these women made valid points to the government to say, while your wife is at work, I can mind your child, I can cook for you, I can scrub your floors, I can do your ironing, so that when your wife comes back from work, she gets to relax. Then a white person decided this might work because my wife is overworked, taking care of the kids, cooking and all that. So if we change the laws to accommodate women and they become our domestic workers, that will be great.
But then they introduced the pass laws.
Even worse now for the women.
Yeah.
So women flocked with large numbers to increase the influx, to increase the demands
Yeah.
of housing and all that stuff. But eventually they gave into that, so families were reunited again.
Okay. And a lot of the women ended up coming into this area to stay in the barracks with the men.
They were not allowed to stay in the barracks because the barracks were only meant for men.
Okay.
No children, no women were involved. So what women did, they started building shacks in open spaces so that a man can leave a barrack
Yeah.
during certain times
Yeah.
to go be with the family. Then before the curfew time or the gates gets to be closed in the barracks, they would head back to the barracks. But women were strictly prohibited not to enter any single sex hostels.
And the joint areas, the family dwellings, but sometimes they were overcrowded because there would be sometimes 12 children.
Yes, I remember at home where we were about 18. It was my grandmother, my mother,
Wow.
my mother's brothers and sisters, and these other siblings,
And
all in one small space.
Wow.
I remember others had to sleep under the tables.
Oh my God.
Others had to sleep by the door.
Yeah.
So if you came late at home to pick your spot on that night,
Yes.
you will be the one that is closing the draft from coming in under the door. So everything had to do with the street lights.
Yes.
If you miss the street lights and you're still outside, by the time you come home, someone else would have chosen a good spot under the table. Or
Anyone on top of the table?
no.
That's too far. Too much.
A small space would
Yeah.
be not easy to walk on because everywhere in the kitchen someone is sleeping.
Yes.
Sometimes you will hear the rats scrapping and all the stuff, but there was nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
So it was home.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we can leave now. Then that's where we normally pay our rent at the end of the month. So the cards I showed you in that display,
yes,
meant that they will have to come and queue here.
And this is still the rent?
Yes, we're still paying rent, yeah. Your electricity bill, your water bills, and your beds. Those who are still living in houses that are still owned by the municipality.
Yes.
At the end of the month, they come and pay here. It's still the same.
And how have things changed here since the end of apartheid?
So many things have changed because now we are able to buy and own land.
Yes.
We are also able to move around and live where we want to live.
Yes.
Unlike where we were told that no blacks are allowed to buy any property because this is a whites only area.
Yeah.
Today, if I have money and I want to go to Pine Lanes, Plattekloof, Constantia.
Yes. You can, of course.
You can do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that's not met without challenges?
Without challenges, because others moved into certain places because they wanted to be away from black people.
Okay.
All of a sudden now black people are also moving into the spaces that they thought they were
white people.
Yes. So you still get places like that. Like for instance, another example, not only whites feel threatened when blacks are moving, Muslims as well because of culture and religion.
Okay.
I'm someone that likes to eat my pork.
Yeah.
And you know, with Muslim religion,
they don't do that.
They don't do that. So here's a neighbor now that will barbecue pork, and the fumes are going to be coming. So they get
small
to,
things like that. Yeah.
Also, as a Xhosa person, my traditional culture or customs requires me to slaughter a cow from time to time.
Yes.
Sharp. So to someone else's religion, that will be cruelty to animals. While I'm busy slaughtering my cow or my goat or my sheep or my chicken, you will look at the sheep or the animal and feel sorry for it, because now you see violation against animals. Then you will call SPCA to come and protect the animal. While my culture says for me to appease my ancestors, blood has to be spilled.
I see.
And all the stuff. So we still get
many
that cultural
challenges.
clashing, traditional clashing that is happening. But because the laws of South Africa are protecting everyone, everybody has to live with one another. There's no way that can say you are not allowed to buy a house because you're black. If the money permits, why not?
But obviously there's inequalities that still exist from that legacy, right? So so money often can't permit for certain parts of the society.
Sometimes even the pricing has to be higher just to prevent you from buying. They won't say you are not allowed. You will go and ask how much is this the value of this property. They will just for you to beg off. But you have black people that are rich that say, price, the value is not a problem, I'll buy still. So yes, in Langa, unfortunately we do not have any white people living in. We are 99.9% blacks.
Wow.
We might have one or two colored people. The majority of us are Xhosa speaking. Xhosa is dominating. You might come from Zululand or Johannesburg, you speak your Sotho. But if you are here, you are not forced. But because we are the majority, and we do not understand your language, you will end up speaking our language. And times you will end up teaching us your language. Today I speak 4 languages. Some of those languages I've never been to where they originated from.
Oh wow.
But because people came from there to us, we are now able to articulate in Zulu, Sotho, Tswana, a little bit of Pedi and all that stuff.
Any so majority Xhosa. Are there tribal, if somebody's from Zululand, is there challenges for them moving into this community?
Not at all.
No.
I see Langa as a United Nations space. We've got everyone represented. Even foreign nationals, we've got the Nigerians, the Angolians, Tanzanians, you name it. All
our mutual Kenyan friend.
Yes, they are all here. And we've never had any xenophobic attacks against them. We might have protesters planning and all the stuff. What we do, we will go and protect those spaza shops avoiding people from looting and all that stuff. Whereas in other places, a protest without looting a foreigner's shop is not a protest. But here in Langa, we make sure that the good service they are giving us, we return it by protecting them until such time they do the opposite.
I've heard a lot about this Dudomo.
Operation Tudula. Yes.
And the xenophobia, I guess.
That is xenophobic. But here in Langa, we've never supported it. I remember one time we even had a march around Langa telling everyone that not in our community. Because we grew up with people that were coming from afar and our parents never clashed nor fought. So who are we to start fighting with them? Others, we do not even know that they were foreign nationals until such times when they had to perform rituals to say no, this ritual is not from South Africa. But that won't turn us against that person. Instead, we'll be super excited to learn and understand. You do this because, and all that stuff. We supported each other. So that's another thing that I like about Langa. We are like
united.
Yes.
Where's next on our journey?
Now we are walking. You remember you saw the U-shapes, the barracks in the photos. They are up ahead.
I see.
And nobody's allowed to destroy that facade. Any developments that threatens the facade, they get to be stopped. Unless you are going to follow. Unless you're going to follow the route of the building of the structure as it is. And also we have a culture of greeting. You might notice that every now and again I'm greeting. Yes, we have that culture of greeting one another.
That's great. And it's also very what I've experienced in many other African countries. People, hi, how are you today? Making sure that you greet one another. Not like that in white.
No, you don't get that. Then we have number 16 on Leratory. It's a gallery. As you can see yesterday, it was a good vibe here. Let's go and see. There's the man that initiated it. He runs the show. Kutulani.
How are you? I'm Philip. I'm good. Nice to meet you.
Then the U-shapes that were for accommodated 1004 per U-shape, single men. Again, no women, no children. Then in the middle of these U-shapes, there was a beer hall that sold them.
This is the old beer hall there. I see the sign.
It sold them alcohol. They would come home, from work, tired, go to that beer hall and buy on credit. Then at the end of the week when they get paid, somewhere would be over the limit, but the credit kept on being given. So hence we believe that it was a system designed
to keep people impoverished.
Yes. They would work, the money ends up
at the beer hall. And I also read some things about the beer, the manufacture creation of the beer being restricted to only certain licensed people, and a lot of the women were making the beer, the traditional beer, but they weren't allowed to do it anymore.
Yes, they are allowed to do it now.
Can we take a look inside the beer hall?
It's not as it was then. Now they've done rooms. But we are hoping to bring it back to
what it was.
Glory.
At
some stage.
How are you? So these are all rooms now.
This is new.
I see.
This is temporarily the
same.
When the municipality decides to bring it back to how it was originally, they still have the plans of how the sitting and the beer hall was. So all this will be taken down when they get to move these people to brick and mortar housing. So they are on the waiting list where houses that are going to be built. Fortunately, they will be relocated to that.
And
then this becomes now
a beer hall.
A beer hall.
Oh, cool.
And hopefully it will be a walking beer hall so that people can see how it was back then.
Yeah.
Over there we've got shipping containers. Can you feel the heat?
Yeah.
Imagine people living in those shipping containers now.
Yeah.
How their life is.
Yeah.
In terms of home.
Yeah.
2 families are sharing one shipping.
And when did these ones move in? Like, when did they have the...
Years.
Couple of years?
Yes, because of a fire that burnt their shacks somewhere. And they were here now to be here temporarily.
Okay.
But temporal has become permanent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because they've been here now for years. Over 10 years.
Yeah.
What was supposed to be a 1-year temporal stay
Yeah.
has become forever.
Okay.
But they too fall under the same, what I said at the beer hall, that in the next batch of houses, hopefully.
And what's the funding like for that?
The municipality and the government gets to build the houses.
Yes.
Then as someone that is in need of the house, you will have to register yourself.
Yeah.
To say, I'm 18 years old and I will be in need.
Yeah.
So once they build those houses and you happen to be in the database, then you get to benefit from the housing scheme.
Yeah. But are they keeping their promises on the number of houses being built in certain times?
The process is taking long.
Yeah.
Because of the housing backlog. You'll find out politics are also getting to play.
Yeah.
Because Western Cape is run by DA, Democratic Alliance.
Okay.
And the national government is run by the ANC.
Yes.
So this is on my own capacity. They will give other provinces less money.
Yeah.
So that people get to be agitated.
Yeah.
When you are not delivering.
Yeah.
After that, they will tell you, have you voted for us as the ANC? We would have built houses for you. But because you decided to vote for the DA,
yeah,
this is what you
and the
get.
DA are not delivering.
The DA is
because they don't have the funding from the central government to deliver.
But what I like about the DA, they go all out.
Yeah.
To mobilize resources so that they can match what the National Treasury has given them. They do have their own resources, they do have their own projects that get not to be interfered with by the government because it did not give them their money to build that.
I see.
More of the steps being converted to business premises.
Yeah.
This is where I do my hair. Sharp, sharp,
oh, yeah?
My barber.
Oh yeah?
He's got the shipping container that is here.
Oh yeah. This one?
This one, yes.
That's it where you get your hair done?
That's where I get to do my
Oh. Maybe I should get a haircut. I think I'm overdue.
And this is where I grew up.
Oh yeah?
This house is number 42. My grandmother's house is number 37. Just next to that garage that you see, shelter. As a young boy, I grew up in the streets.
Wow.
My grandmother's house is still my grandmother's house.
Oh yeah.
Even though my mom used to live where you met me yesterday.
Yes, yes.
That's my mother's house.
Yeah.
But I still have entitlement to my grandmother's house as heritage.
And before that, how did people get to own the houses? After apartheid ended,
they were renting them.
So what if they...
After 1994, the government decided to give title deeds for ownership.
If people were renting?
Yes, for so long. Because the thing is, had they been given a bond before they occupied, the rent that they were paying would have made them to finish off paying the bond. Hence the government decided to say, instead of selling these houses to them, let's take what they have been paying as a rent as a down payment
on the property.
On a property. Hence they were given now title deeds.
But were they also given a loan that they needed to pay back the remainder?
Nobody had to pay for the loan.
Okay.
Even if you were all behind the beneficiary status for you being there for so many years,
I see.
qualified you automatically.
I see. I see.
We can go here. Then here we've got barracks as well.
Yeah.
Compounds.
Okay.
But what you see are converted compounds that were made. Are we? These are converted to family units.
Yes.
Before these, I will show you how they looked, where they were only accommodating single men.
Yeah.
When wives and children were permitted, this became a problem because the down pipes, the infrastructure pipes or the sewer pipes were this small.
Yeah.
So every now and again, you get pipes that gets to be blocked because of many people that are utilizing bathrooms and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we still have that problem.
Okay.
Right down there, going further that side. The ones at the back are yet to be redeveloped.
Okay.
The project stopped because of COVID.
Can we go?
Yes, we are going to go.
Okay.
So now these are family units.
Yeah.
Whereas those ones are still family units as well.
Yes.
But still under
development.
What's your excellence? Okay. Nyamese. Hey, Fondine. Arabis Naban.
What's she saying?
She thought we were with that group that we left behind.
Okay,
She's
okay.
also a tourist guide.
I see.
So now, this block from this corner to that end used to occupy only 64 men. 64 men, no women and children. Okay, let me show you exactly in that old one.
I see these red ones.
Yes, these are the old ones. These were the same as that one.
Okay, but they've been
and they were all
revamped
built in the 70s, yes. Then in 1972, they were then bringing all migrant workers to occupy them.
Okay. I like the red brick.
Oh, they are old and there's mold inside.
Okay.
Even if you go inside them, you can smell that no, this is an old brick.
Yeah.
So one block, Hello. One block would accommodate 64 men. From here, it looks clear.
Yeah.
So you will have to count 4 windows, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 64 men in that, in those rooms.
Wow.
Not 64, 16.
Yeah.
Then at the bottom, you get another 16. Then another 4 at the bottom will be your 16. Another 4 there will be your 16. Another 4, your 16.
So 64 in total.
64 in total.
Yeah.
The 16 here will share 1 toilet.
Wow.
The 16 at the bottom will share 1 toilet.
Yeah. It's like me in the hostel that I'm staying in.
Where?
Long Street.
Shame, man.
So I'm used to it. You think that sounds bad to me? I'm like, this is the life of a traveller.
Yes. It's a life of a traveller.
But not for a family.
Sharp.
Not for a grown man that's trying to make his way in the world.
Yes, no, it's not. As you can see, I've explained to you that some of the piping that are still there underground are old.
Yeah.
So every now and again you get this. And they are waiting now for the municipality to come and clear this.
Okay.
And also when we do our tours, we usually go inside these buildings just for people to see how it is inside.
Okay.
Let's go to one. Just for you to get an idea.
Sure. Hello, how are you? Good. Yeah, good, thank you. DSTV.
Yeah, everywhere you go.
Everyone.
Satellite dish is there. A satellite dish is there. Oh, they painted. Wow, beautiful.
How are you?
This is the inside of a hostel.
Okay.
So remember I said 16 people used to live here.
Yeah.
There's got 3 rooms this side.
Yeah.
They have another 3 rooms this side.
Yeah.
The straight one and that one have 2 beds and 2 beds, that's 4.
Yeah.
Then that one and this one and this one and this one
4.
has 3, 3, 3, 3.
Okay, got it.
Today, it's no longer a single person in that bed. It becomes a family.
Wow.
So from 16 people that were here,
Yeah.
each man that used to live here brought his own family.
Yes.
You asked whether people slept on top of the tables. This used to be a foyer.
Okay.
If you came here late, that door would not open because some people would have used this space
Yes.
as their bed space.
Yeah.
And others underneath,
Yeah.
others will use that
Yeah.
top to sleep on. We do bring visitors and they then go inside to see how small one is the room, because it is small,
Yeah.
even though the family has grown.
Yeah.
Some have since moved out to occupy shacks elsewhere and come and visit the family during the day or anytime when they want to come. But the space is not enough for the whole family.
Yeah. Okay.
So they too are waiting for the government and the municipality to give them houses.
Yes.
And when that happens, then they're going to demolish
All these ones
and rebuild them
into this.
into, so that it can take more
Yes.
families.
Oh, because this is a 3-story
This is a 3-story, yes.
and these are only 2. I see. And the shacks are at the back here?
The shacks, they are not here. They used to be here,
Yeah.
but they have since been moved
Okay.
because of the project that
Yeah.
was getting rid of the shacks.
Yeah.
They needed the space and all that stuff.
And yesterday I went to the train station.
Mhm.
Is it far from here?
The train station is further down this road.
Okay, okay.
So,
But there's some shacks kind of around that area a little bit?
yes, but they are far in that one corner somewhere.
Okay.
Not exactly on the station, but from the station,
Yeah.
one can see.
You can see, yeah.
Those shacks.
Yeah.
More shacks are behind these informal houses
I see.
because they too are small, and they are children or the children of the family that lives in the main house
Yes.
are yet to decide to buy their own.
Ah.
So what they will do, they will build a shack just
Nearby so they
not
can drop
nearby,
by.
just behind the main house,
Okay.
so that they can go to for TV viewing,
Hello, how are you?
because anything they still need from the house has to be within a walking distance.
Yeah.
And also others have since welcomed the shipping container businesses
Yeah.
to pay rent at the same time supporting themselves.
Okay.
Because the rent these guys are paying goes towards the main house owner
Yeah.
buying electricity, buying food and taking kids, because the rent is good enough to support the family.
What are the problems? Like, it looks like they're on drugs. What are is there big drug problems
might
here?
not be on drugs. It might be a traditional thing.
Oh yeah.
That alala shabdada.
But are there big problems in this society?
Yes, drugs.
What are
have
the challenges?
We've got drugs, teenage pregnancies, TB, HIV and AIDS, school dropouts. Yeah, there's a lot of challenges we're getting. But at first or back then, our culture protected us from all these things.
Yeah.
But since laws changed, a culture was then put aside and the law became lenient
Yeah.
to anyone that wants to do anything they
Yeah.
want to do. Like as a parent, I cannot discipline my child. My child can be on drugs, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
Whereas back in the day, you start
You
something,
can whoop them.
your mother will beat the hell out of you.
Yeah.
But now the laws are saying, as a parent, I cannot beat my child.
Yeah.
So children are doing as they wish.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they become our burden,
Yeah.
because there's no bin for me to throw a child.
Yeah.
Then that side becomes our Beverly Hills. We have our middle class, where semi-rich people bought pieces of land build houses and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We usually go further in and just turn at the circle and come back this way,
Sure.
going back to the center.
Sounds
So
good.
you want us to go? Okay.
Yeah, let's take a look. This
Hence
is the
we
middle.
call it our Beverly Hills.
Yeah, this is the middle class of
Yes,
Langa.
the middle class of Langa.
And you think, I guess, a lot of people that grew up here and all their community here, they want to be around, but maybe they've made a bit of money. They could live somewhere else.
Yes,
but
some have
they want to,
left.
but they want to be with their community.
Some have left. Some want to be close to their siblings.
Yeah.
So that if a sibling or a mother or a parent wants sugar,
Yeah.
they are within a walking distance.
Yeah, yeah.
Unlike if they are far, they will have to think of the transport, how to get to my son, or how do I get the sugar that I asked. And you will never get it because one will give an excuse that I wanted to bring it, but I did not have a transport fare.
Yeah.
I wanted to come to you to ask for tea bags, but hey, I thought of transport.
Yeah.
So see, so when they are close by, it's just a walking distance.
Yeah.
It's a phone call away, man. I don't have sugar, I don't have electricity.
Yeah.
Someone will come running to give his mother or his sibling something to buy electricity with.
I see.
We are believers. 3 churches situated in one street.
Okay.
The Methodist right there, the Jehovah's Witnesses in the middle, then the New Apostolic, and there's no clash.
Okay.
All of these people, when they worship on Sunday, they tolerate one another.
Yeah.
Langa, I've just learned now in the meeting I was in that Langa has about 86 churches.
Really?
Small as it is, 86 churches.
Any mosques?
Yes, we've got 2 mosques. Yeah.
So a smaller Muslim community here.
Yes, yes.
I see. And is there clashes between Christian and Muslim?
No, no clashes at all. Because the programs they are doing are benefiting us
Yeah.
as Christians, because they will have soup kitchens, they will have donations to give to the community, so nobody wants to mess that one up.
Yeah.
As you can see, the houses are very different,
Yeah.
depending on the plot you bought
Yeah.
and depending on the money that you have
Yeah.
to build whatever you want.
Yeah, they're nice. And they've got their security gates.
Yes, to mark your territory, to mark your property.
Yeah.
Because if you leave it unfenced,
Yeah.
then I can claim it as my own.
Yeah.
And just put something next to that wall because you didn't fence it.
Really?
So now I know it belongs to this family.
Somebody was telling me about dwellings. If you like squatter rights in South Africa, if you squat somewhere, you have a right to stay there and you can't be removed.
Yes, there is a law, a constitutional right that says if I decide to occupy a piece of land illegally,
Yeah.
and I get to be left occupying it after, could be 12 hours or 24 hours.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Just
when
that
they
amount.
evict me from that,
Yeah.
they have to take me from this illegal space to a brick and mortar housing. That
Wow.
is after a second
Wow.
from that.
Wow.
Oh, yeah? So immediately when someone erects something, we quickly inform the municipality
I see.
to come and evict.
Wow.
Because if we leave that person there, then that rule applies. To say you waited for him to be here 24 hours, then from here now he needs to go to a brick and mortar house.
Crazy.
So as you can see, there's no picket fencing.
Yes.
That separates the rich from the poor.
Yes.
Everybody feels it's free to walk in
Yes.
and out,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because we were in the poor of the poorest. We are in the middle class.
Yeah.
We are now going back to the social housing
Yes.
by government. Again, nothing separates us. Hold on, Mama. Here. Before these houses were built, there were shacks here. Before shacks were here, it was a forest, a bush,
All right.
full of trees. Pre-1994, the ANC invited people to the cities so that they can vote ANC in the first elections in 1994, telling them to occupy any piece of land. Should the ANC win, then they will build houses for them.
Wow.
So many people moved from the Eastern Cape villages based on that promise.
Okay.
Then they cut down the trees and put shacks.
Yes.
There was a communal tap here that serviced everyone who lives here in terms of water.
Which year was this?
That was before 1994.
Okay.
Before 1994 and
Okay.
after 1994,
Okay.
because they won the elections,
Yes.
the national government elections, but they did not build houses immediately.
Okay.
So people still lived in shacks for quite some time.
Yes.
Until they threatened to say, if you go and vote again and these houses are not yet built as you promised, we are not going to be voting you in. So they were pushed now to build houses to benefit
Yeah.
their constituency.
Yes.
Now, what used to be shacks is now families owning. Let me say, someone that was owning a shack is now owning a double story. That door is for one family.
Wow. Yeah.
They have solar panels on top to provide them with hot water. They've got electricity. They've got toilets that they are not sharing with other people.
Yes.
So that's what they benefit from,
Yeah.
from as households.
Yeah.
We have since have others that were not really in need of a house. What they did, once they benefited, got the house, they sold them back to other people and moved back to some shacks elsewhere. So the housing backlog in South Africa will never end.
Yeah.
Because I will get a house today, tomorrow I will leave this house and go and start another shack somewhere.
So you get back on the list for
I'm
buying a
getting
house.
back on the list, yes, to claim that I'm
Haven't
still,
had a house.
yes.
Hmm.
Whereas they come at the end of the month to collect rent
Yeah.
from these ones that are staying here.
Wow.
Others are not just collecting rent, they sell these houses, literally.
Yeah.
Because they don't feel.
Surely they keep a track of who's been given a house and who
That
hasn't.
is what we are hoping the government will pick up now.
Yeah.
Because these people that are selling these houses would claim that I don't have my social security book with me,
Yeah.
so that my ID can be verified.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So they will just change their name.
Okay.
Black people have two names. My name is Alfred. I'm also having a Xhosa name called Wonga
Wonga.
and my surname.
Okay.
So today I'll be Alfred.
Okay.
When I come tomorrow, I'm Wonga.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's nothing to prove me otherwise.
Yeah.
So the government is now introducing a thumbprint.
Okay. Makes sense.
The thumbprint will never ban
Yeah.
if your shack is banning,
Yeah.
because you won't leave your thumbprint behind.
Yeah.
You will run with your small suitcase and yourself. So the next time when people register, a thumbprint system will be used.
Yeah.
It will pick up
Yeah. Makes
that
sense.
you already benefited,
Yeah.
and they have been picked up.
Okay.
So those who were picked up as beneficiaries before are now stalling the process for others to benefit,
I see.
because they would protest and claim that this government is not treating them well,
Yeah.
because they are DA members, because they are ANC members,
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
to an extent that a project gets to be on hold
Yeah.
until they sort that.
I see.
There is one similar incident happening further down, that there are shacks behind there.
Yeah.
Shacks were burnt down. When the government comes to say, we want everyone that lost a home to come and re-register,
Yeah.
people came. Those who benefited before disrupted that process, because now they'll be left outside,
I see.
and the project stopped,
Yeah.
and it has since stopped,
Yeah.
because those who claim not to have received houses are more than the ones that are standing to benefit.
No.
So we have people that are
Human nature,
sabotaging.
yeah.
We have people that are sabotaging
Yeah.
each other's benefits and
yeah,
all that stuff
yeah.
in our society.
Yeah, you
and
can't have that.
That is becoming a culture now.
Yeah.
It's becoming a culture. That
How are
guy-
you?
That guy is a patroller. That guy riding that bike
Oh, I see.
is a patroller just riding around.
Oh, yeah.
Should he spot or pick up something fishy,
Yeah.
he will then notify the rest. Then they will come running to stop whatever.
Because yeah, I mean, like I was saying before, I think a lot of people don't kind of come to townships to see or to spend their money, to come and stay,
Yeah.
to eat in the restaurants, because there's a perception that it's dangerous
Unsafe.
and unsafe for them to come and visit, to walk around.
Yes, other people are doing that deliberately
Yeah,
so that people don't bring money
yeah,
into this, or our community, our economy stay down there. We have mechanisms that we have put in place where security, safety is concerned. In Langa, we've got neighborhood watchers that do their random patrols. They don't have to be known by anybody what time exactly are they patrolling, but they are all over the show. We also have police that is also patrolling through their events. Then in between the police and the community, we have a forum that we call the Langa Policing Forum, that is comprised of stakeholders that will identify the need of the community.
Yeah.
Through that structure of the CPF, they then deliver any needs where community and safety is concerned. Then we are going to take it up with the SAPs locally and the other structures above the Langa South African Police Services.
yeah,
So crime is there, but it is controllable
yeah,
because most of these guys that are doing crime are known to us.
yes,
It would be my son who's doing crime.
yes,
Whoever that saw him, he will report to me that, hey, I saw your son pickpocketing someone or smoking weed and all that stuff.
yeah,
I will speak to my son and say, someone saw you doing this and that and that.
yeah,
If you don't stop this,
yeah,
you're going to go blah, 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 blah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
We are avoiding sending them to jail
yes,
because once they get to prison, they graduate
yes,
and they don't ever get to be scared of any
yeah,
prison
Yeah.
because now they've been there before.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Others will do it deliberately.
And also they've got a criminal record, so
Yes.
that's going to affect their job thing. So they
Gonna
think,
affect-
well,
yes.
what's the point
What's
anyway?
the point? I've already
Done
tainted.
it. Yeah,
So you can do whatever you see. So we don't encourage people being taken to prison because they are graduation at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So the community will speak
yes,
to that person. If a family doesn't discipline their children, then the community might end up doing a thing we call a kangaroo court, or what you call this, unreal justice or mob justice.
okay,
And that also is against the law.
yeah, but it's
there
a
are times-
reality.
There are times where a community gets to be pushed to a limit to say, we have spoken to you so many times. We have opened cases against you.
Yeah.
You've been to prison.
Yeah.
Instead of you getting better, you're getting worse.
Yeah,
Then Nicodemously, people will take law onto their hands.
Yeah.
Until such time, our government prioritizes our community where safety is concerned.
yes,
So we are busy now pushing the government to say, employ more policemen,
yes,
give them resources,
yes,
train them well
yeah.
to deal with crime issues.
We had a Prime Minister, Tony Blair, and he used to say, be tough on crime and tough on the causes of crime.
Yes.
And you need to do both. You need to crack down on
Yes.
on the crimes that are being committed, but obviously there are systemic issues that are
Yes.
driving the crimes here.
And for those who claim that I'm doing this because I'm unemployed, let the government create job opportunities.
Yeah,
You see, there are families that are being sustained to drug money. So for that family to stop doing that,
yeah,
get those people jobs.
yeah,
But we also get to see that some of the things that are happening are done deliberately so that we can be dependent
Yeah.
on government.
yeah,
If they can give people jobs,
yeah,
there won't be a need. We
Sure.
grew up being taught technical skills.
yeah,
I'm a carpenter.
yeah,
I did not depend on any employer to earn money.
yeah,
I used to go around town, market myself that I hang doors,
yeah,
I hang roof ceilings, I do skirting and all the stuff, I do door locks. People will come to me and say, Alfred, I need a door lock done. Alfred, I need this skirting. I will charge people. But since they've stopped these technical schools, and everybody went on commercial.
Yeah.
People find it even difficult to change a light bulb. They will look for someone to change the light bulb, and that person is going to trust them.
Yeah.
I'm talking about now these people that claim to be we're going this way, that will claim to be rich, I'm famous, I'm educated. When you ask them to change what you call jealous down, that's okay. That one are good. So, for me to change a light bulb, Alana, I will have to charge you.
Yeah.
And I will pretend that this is a difficult job. You will call me and say, I don't know what is wrong with this globe. I will look at it and say, hey, I'll have to take down this thing because the problem might be there and there. And you will leave me to do that.
Yeah.
And I'll work 4 hours changing that bulb. And when you come back, I will charge you big money. If you can go back to those things, believe you me,
Yeah.
there won't be a need
For the government.
to say there's unemployment.
Yeah.
But these guys are closing everything and they are leaving us no option but to depend on the government grants
Yeah.
that are still not enough to sustain our families.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
We have a library, we have schools, we have police stations, we have youth center, we've got churches. What else is there? We've got kindergarten schools. The unfortunate part is that we do not have a hospital.
Okay.
We only have a clinic that services between 0 to 13 years. Anything else that is above 13 years old gets to go to our neighboring community to access health service.
What's it?
What?
You got some police?
Yeah, they're just patrolling, just driving around.
Yeah.
You ask them where he's going, he won't tell you. He's just driving, abusing our resources. Then we've got heritage sites in Langa, again, like your churches and schools, because they've been here since Langa was established. So as we celebrate this 100 years, we want to acknowledge those people that made significant contributions.
And tell people so it's 100 years of this community being established, yeah?
Yes. In 1923, they moved from a location to here. It was not a pleasant move because everything that was done back then was forcefully.
Yes.
They were forced to move from Cape Town,
Yes.
closer to town,
Yes.
and be here.
Because of the group areas.
Yes, but we cannot stop ourselves from saying we are celebrating because we survived.
Yes.
The families that are here survived that. And by them surviving, they left marks. They have left legacies. So that is what we want to celebrate.
Yes.
Yes, we still live in poverty. Yes, we are still unemployed. Yes, Langa is dirty. But today, as we're celebrating this 100 years, our focus is not on housing. It's not on how Langa is dirty. We are focusing on what we celebrate in terms of the contributions. Education-wise, we have principals that have came out of this. We've got chartered accountants. We've got many people that are representing us out there in the world. If you look at the churches, our churches here have kept us together. Because if it was not for the religion, we would have killed one another. So whenever one wanted to try or do something, you'll be pointed in the Bible. Look, verse so-and-so.
Says don't do that.
Don't do that. You're not supposed to kill and what.
Yeah.
Then there's culture as well.
Yeah.
If it was not for our culture, again, we would have been nowhere.
Yeah.
Because our background would have meant nothing. So health-wise, we've got midwives that brought us into this world without ever taking us to hospitals. Because of the skills and knowledge that they had, we survived.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to celebrate
Yes.
when we talk of this 100-year celebration.
Yeah.
And we are inviting everyone out there. If they have any contributions they want, they can just contact us.
Yeah.
one was using a tagline to say, let's go to Britain because Britain colonized us. So they owe us. I said, no. We don't have to mention those things because today, some of those British guys have companies that are supporting us.
Yeah.
So we cannot always hold them to account whereas they are already contributing.
Yeah.
Because for us to have municipalities and other things, some countries are contributed.
Yeah.
They have invested in our communities,
Yeah.
in our cities, in our provinces and all this.
Yeah.
Not because they feel guilty, but they only feel humanely.
They feel it's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So for us to keep on going back
And you know
to
what?
the past.
It's also when there's a community of people where all they need is like the opportunities and the services to support the young people coming up. Then you know, it's not just the right thing to do, it's the smart thing to do.
Smart thing to do.
Like there's great businesses that could be created if you just give people the skills.
Hence I've said other people are not here just to do the talk. They are here to see what they can provide or assist with.
Yeah.
Others will stay behind and say, okay, I've got a year to stay.
Yeah.
I want to teach people
Yeah.
this and that and that.
Yeah.
That's a contribution because it worked for him there and he feels it can work here in South Africa.
Yeah.
What? Oh, Captain! Oh, Captain! Hey, Captain! Oh, Captain! Those are policewomen.
Oh yeah?
2 colonels in that car and captains.
Ah.
Hey. So yeah, that's the story of our lives.
He's laughing at me because I left my keys. I left my keys in my motorbike.
And how long did you go?
I think we were away for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. It's still here. Crazy. All right, I'm gonna fly my drone. I can't believe I did that. It came off. I've managed to run my battery down. I'm just gonna film myself. I've managed to run my battery down on the motorbike because I left my keys inside. So these guys are all helping me try and get the battery started. Langa hospitality.
Yeah. Say that again. You're gonna get this one started.
Yeah. And what were you guys saying? If I was in Kailicha, it would be different.
Hey, we don't want to mention names of.
Oh yeah. True.
There are some places.
There's some other places,
where
yeah.
you can get a different kind of help.
Different kind of hospitality.
Yes. But definitely in Langa, you get a proper one.
Yeah, I feel it. It's very safe.
But I told this belongs to the museum.
Oh yeah?
You know, you have a photo next to it, a map from Dar es Salaam all the way to Langa.
Yeah.
And I would put a monument with it and it become the tourist destination.
Yeah, drove this bad boy from Dar es Salaam to Langa.
How's your Swahili?
Kidogo.
Togo.
Yeah. Mambo, Poa. Jina Lango ni Philip. Jina Lako ni nani?
Yo, I know. So you are very familiar. Poa rafiki yangu. Poa rafiki yangu. And I know some couple of swear words.
Ah, okay.
Which I'm not proud of.
Oh no. Oh. Yeah, man. We're up and running. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Here. Cheers. Sweet. All right, I can make it home today. All right, guys, that's the end of the video.
Yeah,
Alfred,
yes.
thank you so much for taking me around.
Yeah,
It's
you're
been
welcome.
amazing.
Anytime.
I've loved it, and I really hope you guys appreciated watching this too. It's been a
Come to South Africa.
Yeah.
Come to Langa. Walk in Langa.
and spend your money.
Sharp.